Hello everybody, first month is here. Today with this short video about how to compare serrated edge or non-serrated or standard. I got here this Microtech Amphibian. You have seen this knife in my collection, but what I've done, and that's not usual definitely, I bought another same model but with this apocalyptic finish. But what is important, there is serration here and here is not, so that's very important here. So we will compare if this one matters, if the serration on the blade has some point. Hi, what do you want? We got a new young cat here. So back to this point. So I don't have any two folders same, and this is very rare opportunity, at least in my collection, where I have two the same knives, made by same company, made of same steel, with the same grind, probably same hardness and everything. So this is really rare opportunity, so that's why I do this video. Before I start, I'd like to point out anyway, I probably mentioned that how the clip works. I got here somewhere this Emerson indicator, but now let's talk about the clip. See, this is kind of classic clip, so it goes into my pocket very easily, no any pressure here. See the detail here, I don't know if you see that, but this one, there is still kind of space between the clip and this double line of my pocket, so it goes in nice. And of course with this opening, it doesn't work now, I haven't used that, so it was there, so it goes there nice there and in. Wants play with me here on the other hand, and same of course on that model. See how this one fights with the pocket, so you have to be a little bit tricky, not only use more force but do it by some kind of angle. So that's one thing. So, and when I release it, so it's not as good as I did comparing with Zero Tolerance, the folder, the new one, where that clip works a bit better than this one. But the classical clips, like it was on the Vindicator, is much better. So be careful when you buy this model, or maybe it is on the same models. Be careful about that, because if you want a knife like the first response from your self-defense or whatever, I won't recommend that, because the clip may bother you when you pulling out the knife out of the pocket, so it can stuck somewhere, and it's slow when you put it into pocket back. Just for you, hey buddy, you want to sleep here? Just the color, apocalyptic. This is kind of grayish something, and this is more light brown or something, but see, it's kind of lighting. Same, this is the apocalyptic, and there is another version out of this one, and that stonewash. So to see the difference, see that this is like standard, and the apocalyptic version is like that, so it's more like darker, I would say. Okay, let's go to test. Let's start with easy. Go buddy, sorry. So let's find out if the serration helps when I cut this cardboard. It's about feeling, you know, it's not any scientific thing, but the normal one. yeah, I would say this one is somehow better, 15%. So I can feel it, but it's not some like a huge deal. When I follow these grains, I would say, follow these lines. It's almost hard to say, but when I cross those lines, when I go across them, yeah, it's slightly better on the serration. So let's carry on. I got this ½ inch above this manila rope. Let's find out. Serration. As the point, it is in the recurve, so I have to be on the okay. This one won't help really, but I'll try. First I will do the same. Well. It tears it apart, the normal one. It is surprising, but the normal one is better here, and I expected exactly opposite. This one tears it apart, spreads it, and then you got a problem to collect it for the cutting. If that will be straight edge, it might work a little bit better, but this is surprising for me. I won't probably cut it through, but just to get the idea. No, I have to say, the cutting the manila rope, the standard edge is better. Let's put not on the tip there, but let's find out how this one will cut when I do this. This is it's dried semi-hard wood. Okay, so because there are lots of knots, like now, for example, so it's not that easy. Yeah, this is the knot. I go exactly through the knot. Now, okay, there is another one. Okay, the serration works here like so. You see these lines because of that of the serration. It goes through those knots faster, more easy. There is another knot. I can hardly cut through. Yeah. Okay, this is different. So the serration helps when I pass these hard places for cutting. I mean the knots now, but it could be something different. So the serration helps because it works like so. It simply works in that way. Then you kind of cut and not cut because there's the wave of that. So it works better here. Now the last thing is, this is soft wood just for killings or something like that. So there are no knots. So normal wood without And if I want to do kindlings or something like that, I want to cut or do relatively thin slices. I have to find the angle. I wasn't really success. Some of them are fine, some of them are not. I have to find the angle here. The edge is very fine, but and sharp. Now I got it. This is much better now. Yeah, this is much better now. This is much better. And let's find out this one. Because of the serration, I can do these more like fibers. So guys, it is nice see that see this one was the standard edge, these kind of blocky, I would say, or wider shavings, but here and these lines we saw on that knot, and this is the serration. And see, even if those slices could be not really thin here, but it separates it because the serration, the shape of the serration makes it like, you see, each is like separated. So for, let's say, fire starting, this one will help more because I will do more these thinner parts, even if this is like one piece. You see that? So I got one piece, but it is separated to these smaller fibers, let's say, or shavings. That's better word. So this is definitely better for fire starting with ferro rod. So or general for fire, when even be lighter or something like this one. So that's surprising. Of course, there could be something, you know, in the self-defense situation when you do slash, let's say, and you bite with the serration. Of course, the serration, because these are generally points, so it goes in, and when you do something like this, it will go in, and you tear it or slash it or slice it through the material, probably meat or whatever there. So this one, and this will go like standard motion cells, because the edge is still the same, only the recurve will work here for the task better than here. So, but surprisingly, I expected this one will be better for the manual rope, and this one for the rest, but this one is better for the rest, but not for the manual rope. So that was surprising. So if I will cut through some lashings, and this one will be probably better. Just let's say for that seat belt. So to go over that and then tear it, because you got the problem the initial start, because it bites in and it stops. So you have to put more power here. Here you go. Let's say under that seat belt. Let's say you got it there, and you do the leverage, and because it won't stuck there, it will just start to cut it from the side. And just simply cut it through because the angle. So it is surprising for me. Which one you want, it's hard to say. For standard using, probably the normal version is normal version. But for like all around, even with the sharpening here will be much difficult than here. This is probably the better way. I'm surprised, guys. I'm surprised. So if you are not aware to sharpen serrations for all these tasks all around you need, is this one probably better than this one. But for the standard all around classic, food, we didn't do food prep here. So this one for standard slicing is definitely better than this one. But and for carving, if you want just do carving, so this is definitely better because there is no the serration. If I do something like where is the one, come on, something like this, and let's say I want to do these tasks, I can rest here, and the edge simply works like normal edge. When this one works like the serration, so the serration want to here do it in that more like slicing motion. So in this one and this one, so not only bite in, but it want to move, then it works better. But for this cross, of course, you see that for this crossing, this is better. So interesting, if you have two of them, so you go with this one standardly in, just you press in, then you got another one, and you just sew it out. So now you see how this one works. Of course, I'm joking. So you will have probably just one of these with you, but the decision is on your side. Which one is better? For me, it's hard to say. I was expecting this one. After I had this one, I said, okay, yeah, maybe standard edge for normal using is better. But when I got it, so I like the design and everything, but I said, okay, it doesn't slice as I was thinking before I buy it. So see that it's all right, but I got probably better knives. See, those shavings are relatively thick for how thin the edge is. This is really I don't know, what was that, 0.3 of millimeters, really thin edge compared. It's probably the thinnest on my knife if there is no, like, if full convex. So, and this one bites in, but there is the separation, see that? So for that shaving, it cracks it, it opens it, so it is immediately better for fire starting, because see how this one splits it. So hard to say, guys. I don't want to say which one is better. I like both of them, both design. That's why I have different like finish, and depend what you want. So I leave this one. This is probably the first time, because I'm really not sure if this one is better over this one or vice versa. I don't know. Be careful about these clips. That's really something I would like to have more classical, more classic, like on the Emerson, because to put it in and out easily without you have to do something there, it's probably a very important thing, even sorry, at least for me. Thank you very much. Have a great time. Bye.